Welcome back, everybody. A good bottle of wine is a great gift that basically never disappoints. But why not pair it with something practical that will most certainly be put to use?
Here with gift ideas for the wine lovers on your list this holiday season is Natalie MacLean, who offers Canada's most popular online wine classes. Natalie, always lovely to see you. Hello.
Hello, ladies. It's great to be back with you. And I am thrilled to showcase some wonderful wine gadgets and wines for your gifting this holiday season. And what's really great is that all of the gadgets are sold by independent family-owned businesses, and they ship across the country and around the world. And I think, you know, with the pandemic, it's really important to support these businesses this holiday season.
Oh, we love that.
Love it.
And you've got a lot to show us today, so we're going to dive right into the first gift idea you have. And it's an essential one when it comes to wine, which is a corkscrew. I feel like we've all had that experience where we want the wine and we don't have a corkscrew. Bad moment. We might have even broken a cork or two into a bottle, but you've got one for us today that is super easy to use. So tell us about it.
Exactly. So unless you've got a screw cap wine, you're going to need a corkscrew to get into the good stuff. So this one is called the Waiter's Friend Corkscrew, and it's from Trudeau Wine Accessories in Quebec, owned by Anne-Marie Trudeau, no relation. But it's so named, the corkscrew, that is, because it's so relatively easy to use compared to much larger and more complicated contractions. I mean, contractions. You aren't going to get contractions opening your bottle. So once you remove the foil from the bottle, all you need to do, you go, girl. Jess, you're doing it. So you twist the worm inside the cork, and then you use the side pivots to raise it up. There you go. Jess, you're doing so great. Wow.
That was
I think you've done this
really
before, Jeff.
It was like a dance routine watching you do that.
Thank you. Oh my God, did you love it?
I did.
You love it.
Nailed
Okay. So tell us about the wine I just opened while we give it a taste.
Absolutely. So Stave and Steele Cabernet Sauvignon from California is aged in bourbon whiskey barrels. So it has this luscious, fleshy, dark, ripe fruit, but then it ends on the finish with just a bit of a toffee note. And I think it's beautiful because, you know, Cabernet is considered the king of red wines. It has great structure, wide appeal. Those who want to put it in their cellar, it'll last at least 5 to 7 years. What do you think?
It's gorgeous. It's velvet. It's beautiful. I feel like it's like
no one is going to be
inside.
disappointed if they receive this as a gift. No. What a great pick, Natalie. No. So now that we've got some open bottles, you have a little gadget for closing them when we have leftover wine.
Exactly. Well, leftover wine is never a problem here, but I do, feel for those who may not want to finish everything every time. So this little simple plastic stopper, it's called Repour. It's made from 100% recyclable materials and available from Massey Wines in BC, owned by Rich Massey. One of these, you just tuck it into the top of the bottle as you would a cork. You take off the little foil seal that's on the bottom of it first, but you don't have to jam it in.
Don't have to jam it in.
No, it's much better like that. I did it.
So what's really cool is one of these Repour gadgety things will keep your wine fresh until it's empty or 2 months from now.
Whoa.
So what it's doing, science. So what it's doing is taking the oxygen out of the bottle, not only the air that's above the wine, but also that's inside the wine. And oxygen ages everything, including us, that sliced open apple that turns brown, and wine eventually turns to vinegar. And so I love this because I'm really picky. Some would say high maintenance, but picky about wine. And I like to have a glass of Pinot one night, a glass of Syrah the other night, and they're all fresh. And I don't feel obligated, actually, to finish a bottle. I can sort of play in between glasses.
See, I just used the corks to put it back in, but you've convinced me.
This is so much cuter.
Be part of, it's so cute.
It's so cute.
So cute.
Now let's talk about what wine you're recommending to pair with a gift with this.
Yes, this is Trapeze Malbec from Argentina. It is like liquid velvet on your tongue. It's got these fleshy berries and plums and a bit of toasty oak. And the Repour is going to keep this baby fresh, as I say, tomorrow or 2 months from now. But this makes a really great gift wine because it's so smooth. And I think it'd be lovely to pour during the holidays with your Okay.
You're so good
You
at what
agree.
you
got
do.
there.
Honestly, I can listen to you talk about wine all day, but it doesn't hurt also that you pick these beautiful wines.
Don't you feel spoiled?
I am so
I
happy.
do. I feel special and spoiled.
Poor Mel and Lainey. Oh my God. Let's move on to sparkling. We're going to pop some bottles and taste some bubbly. What do you have for us?
All right. Live action as it gets,
Oh,
ladies. I look
gosh.
forward to seeing you open these bubblies. I'll keep talking, though, no matter what happens. You've got the Santa Margarita sparkling wine from Italy. It's a Prosecco. Woo! There you go. Let the
Did you
festivities
see?
begin.
I even put my finger on the cork like you taught me to, Natalie. You taught me that
Okay.
because when the cage comes off, you have to keep your finger on.
That was exciting.
Yeah.
These weren't cold
Yeah,
enough.
let
That's
the party
correct.
begin.
Live
Yes,
television. That was
exactly.
really exciting. I feel wide awake.
Yes.
Keep going.
That is as exciting as wine gets. So, but bubbly is the wine of celebration because that pop of the cork, the fizz, the bubbles in your glass, the tickling of your nose. And so, and what's even better about this one is that you don't have to splurge on champagne. This is less than $20, and it's such a beautiful bubbly. But I do want you to taste it and make sure that we're all singing, drinking from
Your
the same glass.
pour
No, we
was
wouldn't
so
want
much
to do that.
classier than
shaking.
mine.
It's a
That
nice way to come
Oh,
down.
that's
have a little
lovely.
sip.
This is such a great one.
It
Again,
is.
no one's going to be disappointed. People are going to be celebratory and so happy if you bring this over. Now, we need to preserve
Exactly.
these bubbles. So tell us about the champagne
Right.
stopper you recommend and how it's different from the other stopper.
Yeah, exactly. So repour would work on bubbly, but sparkling wine, all bottles have a lot of pressure inside the bottle, 90 pounds per square inch, equal to that of city bus tires. So it takes hydraulic pressure to put that mushroom cork in there in the first place. You aren't getting it back in there. So what we need is a special device. It's called a champagne stopper. This is also from Trudeau Accessories in Quebec. And it's a simple metal cap with two little wings. And all you do is you put it on the bottle and then press down gently, and the little wings, they'll come up and fit under the lip.
Cute.
It's easy to do. Doesn't take a lot of pressure, but it creates a pressure seal. Yeah, absolutely.
Love
Well
this.
done again. Very good. And you want to keep this bubbly in the fridge, right? Because that's going to keep it fresh. And let's also just dispel one myth. Putting the handle end of a spoon will not work to keep it fresh, because science. The bottle will be open, the oxygen will dissipate, so will the bubbles. So use one of these little champagne stoppers instead.
I love that. Okay, Natalie, let's talk about wine glasses. What should we be thinking about when we're picking them out as a gift for someone?
Sure. So I like glasses that are purpose-built for a red or a white. We can get carried away and have 90 different glasses for each wine type, but I don't think that's necessary. I think we need one basic all-purpose red wine glass, one basic all-purpose white wine glass, because you want to be able to swirl the wine and smell it. That's where the beauty is, without getting it on your beautiful holiday blouse. So we've got two glasses in front of you from Rosehill Wine Cellars in Toronto, which is owned by husband and wife Sue and Gary Rosehill in Toronto. And as I said, these are purpose-built for the wines you're going to taste.
Tell us about the white wine in these glasses.
Yes, the white wine is named Relax, which I think is appropriately named after you've opened a bottle of bubbly or for hairy guests at this time of the year. And it's from Germany, and it has these beautiful notes of fresh apricot and peach. It's packed with flavor, and yet it's only about 7% alcohol. It's amazing.
nice.
For the holidays.
And let's talk about this red that we have here.
Sure. So this is CSUN California Pinot Noir. It's made by the Wagner family, who also make Caymus, kind of a coveted icon wine. This is liquid silk. I mean, it's got the berries and the beautiful layers of flavor that would go with your holiday turkey.
Gorgeous.
Oh, that's nice.
You loving
yeah.
it?
Yes.
Yes.
Beautiful. Now, lastly, you brought a wine decanter. Why is this one so great besides just being gorgeous?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's pretty for your tablescape, but you also want one that's practical. So decanting your wine is really important for young red wines that need to breathe, just like some hosts need to breathe. So the tannins in the red wine, they need to chain together, and when they do, these natural compounds, they glide over your tongue more easily. So they do that in relationship to being exposed to oxygen. So this decanter is easy to use. It's easy to swirl. We don't need those big glass contraptions that are likely going to topple anyway. And so it's easy to pour. And then once you get a big red, decant it, it's had time to breathe, and you'll enjoy it even more.
This is my
a big
favorite one.
red. Tell us a little bit quickly
We
about
said it at the same time, sorry.
this beautiful wine.
Absolutely. So this is Rife Winery in Niagara. They ship across the country, family owned, and it is a flagship. Wine. It's one of our country's best wines. It's Cabernet Sauvignon. It really benefits from decanting and opening up. It's a magnificent bottle, and it's a cellar keeper as well. So
Beautiful.
Stocking stuffer, whatever you like.
It's gorgeous. Natalie, thank you for sharing these wonderful gift ideas with us today.
Absolutely, my pleasure. I raise my glass to you. Have a great holiday, and I hope something great is in your glass, ladies.
George, you got enough. For more info on where you can find all of these wines, head to our social media channels after the show. And cheers to the holiday season,
Cheers.
everybody. We'll be right back.
Cheers.